Hello everybody, welcome back to another Borderlands 2 unofficial community patch video. Today I'm going to be doing a Dahl Allegiance Axton build. I thought it was pretty fitting because Axton's a Dahl soldier. A lot of his class mods are Dahl, the turret is considered Dahl, so I figured, hey, why not? So let's do a quick rundown of the gear, and I'll give you some alternatives for you vanilla players out there because some of these kind of suck on the vanilla game. So yeah, first, I'm using the Bearcat, which gets a damage and fire rate buff on the UCP. It's a lot better. Um, I wouldn't recommend it on the vanilla game though. And I'll go over the alternatives after I go through them all. The Hornet, I'd say this is the only Dahl one that like really stands out for Axton on vanilla and UCP. It's already a great pistol and it does 80% grenade splash damage, which we'll get to in the skill tree, but that's why I've taken a lot of grenade damage skills and stuff, because I'm going to bet that the Hornet's going to be doing the lion's share of the work. The Bearcat actually doesn't receive grenade damage buffs, which is incredibly odd. You would think it would. It doesn't on the UCP or vanilla, which is unfortunate, but it actually does pure launcher splash damage, which unfortunately, also it does not mean it benefits from launcher damage bonuses. So that kind of sucks, but it's still a good weapon on the UCP. Just noting that. Then we've got the Varuk. I just thought this would be a pretty good one. I don't think I'll end up using this one a ton. Um, I think it'll be decent. The Varuk does get buffed in the UCP, but it's still a pretty good gun on vanilla. And I was trying to pick something that was good on both. A lot of the other options that we have are pretty bad on the vanilla game, so I was trying to get at least some that were decent. And then the Pitchfork. This receives a slight buff on the UCP, but I think this one should apply pretty well to both versions of the game. This is just a super ammo-hungry sniper, so we'll see. I'll probably try to save it for like beefier targets, but we have some decent variety to where we shouldn't have too many problems with ammo. But let's list a few alternatives in case you don't want to use these or you're on vanilla or whatever. So I'll just name off some of the unique guns that Dahl has. Dominator, Gwen's Head, Teapot. I don't know why you would use any of those pistols over the Hornet unless you want a different element. Um, SMGs is the Lasco and the Sandhawk, of course. I mean, obviously the Sandhawk's really good, but I think it's boring, so I'm not using it. Lasco is good as well. Assault rifles, the Scorpio, pretty bad. Sniper rifles, the Sloth, pretty good, but not so good on Axton. Has really slow bullet speed that he can't make up for. And then for pistols, we have Hector's Paradise, which is just the shock version of the Hornet. It's a good weapon. The Emperor, it's okay. And then of course the Varuk and the Pitchfork. And then there's the Seraphim, which is actually pretty good on the UCP, but quite bad on the vanilla game. And then the Bearcat, which is bad on the vanilla game. And then the Toothpick, which is actually really good, but very ammo hungry. So yeah, those are just some alternatives for you guys for in terms of our weapons. For the shield, the WTF doesn't do self damage on the UCP, and it does a little bit more damage to enemies. But this is the only legendary Dahl shield option. Your only other option is a purple uh, booster shield, which frankly aren't that great, but they're okay, I guess. I mean, if you're trying to do a hard and strict allegiance to Dahl, like this is really your only option. If you're not, then just, use whatever, blockade, antagonist, a normal shield. But I'm trying to do a little bit more of a strict allegiance, and I'll try to kind of test them both as we go. Class mods is the one area you are covered. Legendary Soldier, probably his best comm, is available. Engineer, let's see, Assault Rifleman, Expert Veteran, and there's probably more. I don't have them all here, but there's quite a few. Looks like, if I look over here, Slayer of Terramorphous, Professional Infiltrator, Ranger. I think Professional and Infiltrator are different classes than Axton. My bad. Rifleman, Veteran, Engineer, War Dog. Okay, yeah. So the main ones are here. And then let's see. For our grenades, your main two options are the Crossfire or the Bouncing Bonnie if you're doing a strict allegiance. And honestly, that kind of works out because there's not a good Dahl slagging weapon, so this is going to fill that void for us. And then the Dahl Allegiance Relic. I went with the one with mag size and a minus burst delay. There's also a recoil and mag size one, but the burst delay is just a fancy way of saying fire rate. It's actually quite a bit too. Like Let me show you without it and with it really quickly. So here's without. Here's with. Oh wait, I don't think I equipped that. Okay, I did. Oh, whoa, whoa. Much faster. Oh god. Oh god. Probably not the weapon to show it. But yeah, I like that. I'll take fire rate and a magazine size buff. That's really nice actually. So it's actually a pretty good allegiance relic. Skill build. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to go too into detail. Pretty standard Axton build. Tried to take a few grenade damage buff skills like do or die, grenadier, battlefront, steady, because the Hornet benefits from that, and we will be using the Hornet a good bit. Took overload because Dahl weapons are very ammo hungry. I thought the magazine size would be good. For vanilla players, this is actually still okay because Dahl does have a lot of good assault rifles, but in vanilla it obviously only buffs assault rifles, ammo carrying and stuff. So in the UCP it buffs all weapons, which is nice, which is why I took it. But it's actually still pretty good, even if you're on vanilla. And then nothing else is too notable, honestly. I think the rest is pretty standard. I went a little bit greedier in terms of damage with Axton than I normally would. Like I didn't grab Able. I didn't progress all the way down this tree. And honestly, I wanted to spend the 5 points on Overload was a big reason. I also wanted Grenadier for the Hornet and more crossfires because we're so reliant on it for our slag, that and the turret. So yeah, that's kind of why I did that. And yeah, I don't think there's too much else to say about the build. Put it there so you can see it, and I think we'll just go ahead and move it on over to the gameplay. All right, we are back. I have a feeling I'm going to need more survivability. I think I might have went too greedy. And it really sucks that our best, basically when we're like, our best option is basically a purple booster shield or the WTF. They're both honestly not great. At least the weapons are good. The damage output's very solid so far. Grenade. The Hornet is performing pretty well as expected. Yeah, it really benefits from that faster burst fire. There we go. Yeah, it sucks that we're basically entirely reliant on spamming crossfires for slag, and of course the turret can, but it's not always the most reliable choice. Oh. Just gonna ignore that, I think. Go over here. Let's see. Oh, come on, get slagged. Seriously? Alright. He really needs to get slagged. I can't kill him otherwise. Maybe Hector's Paradise would be good so we can burst through some shields. Oh. Gonna go down. We might just be dead again. Don't have any fight for your life weapons. Okay, I think we're okay. That is another problem here. All of our fight for your life options are really, really bad with this build. Pitchforks, like, everything we have does quite high damage. They're super ammo inefficient though. And we're very reliant on the turret, I would say. Come on, get slacked. Ah, you gotta be joking. Pretty much just have to wait now.
You fellas meet the missus?
There we go. Alright, this would be going okay. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. It's got a shock dot. That did not feel good. Feels like the only real underperformer is the Varrook. I would just take, toothpick if we weren't in an all corrosive area. Don't think I brought anything else with me. That's okay. It's okay. The Bearcat is outperforming it, but for those of you on vanilla, I think it can do alright. I mean, it's pretty good, like, if we get range. It's particularly good against loaders because the spread is better against their body types. Like there, it's doing pretty well. We need some grenades. But I think a lot of the problem comes down to ammo and survivability issues. I really need this guy to put his thing down. Just do this. Did a lot of damage, actually. Nice. Okay. Not too bad. Survivability so far has probably been the biggest thing. Lack of slag option. Wait, what? Did I not pick up my turret? Oh my gosh. I like totally didn't pay attention. Could have sworn I did. Must have not pressed it when I walked up to it. That's okay. Alright, keep going. Alrighty. What do we have here? Low loader. Might just wait a second, get the turret back up. We are a little bit reliant on it with this build, I would say. Alright, let him slag it. There we go. Oh, they're below us. Man, yeah, I actually really wish I brought the Hector's Paradise. Anything with the shield just ruins my day. That's okay, though. We're still making do. If we have all of our buffs going and they get properly slagged, it's not as big of a deal. The Hornet is absolutely tearing shit up. I would say this is definitely like the premier build, or premier item for this build. Bearcat's really good too, with the UCP buffs. I'm pretty happy with that. And honestly, the Pitchfork's good too. It's just more of a niche weapon. I think it's really our badass killer. It's too ammo inefficient to really do anything else. And it's only good against, like these bigger loaders, it tends to do better against because it's easier to hit their entire body and not waste your pellets. Nice. It can do some damage. That's definitely not the issue. Yeah, nice. Alright, we'll go a little bit further and probably call it a day for the build. It's not bad. I mean, honestly, if you don't want to stick to like a hard allegiance, I could actually seeing this being really good. Just replace the Varuk with like a Slaga and then maybe the Pitchfork with like a fight for your life weapon. And then the rest can be sort of Dahl oriented. I mean, whatever you want to do. I was just trying to do a hard allegiance, see how it went. I feel like it was thematically pretty interesting. Oh, they always spawn below me. Just forget about that. Oh no. I think I managed to dodge it. Trying to get through his shield. There we go. Oh. Alright, we kind of need to wait on that. Reload. He's at a weird angle. Pretty good. We don't have the turret or any buffs, and that kind of did some work. Ooh, quick charge just saved me there. Quick charge plus forbearance. That's why I like those skills. There's a lot of DOTs in this game that get applied to you, and having a way to deal with them is really nice. Quick charge and forbearance are great for that. But yeah, guys, I think that'll pretty much do it. I'm pretty happy with it, and honestly, in a more controlled, like less chaotic environment, Opportunity has a lot of enemies and a lot of stuff going on. If you're in a more like linear map where you can kind of go room to room, I could see this build being a lot better with some pacing, because its biggest issue I would say is survivability, not damage. And so, yeah, I guess keep that in mind, and hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you next time.